Ever since I started winning, they been looking at me different. Ooh, I know these niggas hate me now. Now I walk up in the building, got these bitches in their feelings. Ooh, I know these niggas hate me now. If you talking about the money, well, let's get it. Middle finger if you ain't been fucking with it. Ever since I started winning, they been looking at me different. Ooh, I know these niggas hate me now. All these trials and tribulations, not for nothing, not for nothing. And I be hearing all the stories, niggas bluffing. If they ain't talking about the money, no discussion. All the hate that's in your blood, shit disgusting. That's a fact, I ain't back. Now this
y'all ready?
my trap. First I cook it, then I flip it, chirping like yo, where you at? Playeristic style, baby.
What's going on, y'all? I hope y'all enjoyed y'all what was that? Y'all Friday. I'm coming to y'all on a Saturday. That little doo-doo, that was my my Bluetooth speaker. That shit sound weird. I hate that shit. But shout out to them, nigga. I don't get paid by y'all. Hopefully y'all can pay the nigga though. What in the hip hop was going on? Like, I had to come to y'all on a Saturday because of what's been going on. Like, it's just crazy. It's wild out here. Like, it's a good motherfucking. Y'all know, if y'all know me, I'm here for the bullshit. I love bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, I just love the shit. I just do. So I love to laugh. And so, who's ready for beef? You know what I mean? That's what I named it. I'm sorry. That's what I called this. I want to speak proper here. That's what I called this. I called it. Who's ready for beef? We have MGK versus Eminem. We have Nicki versus Cardi. We have a rumor circulating about Mary J and Faith. We have Zimmerman versus the Carters. You know what I mean? And like, that's some crazy beef if you ask me. Let's dive into one of them. The first one I want to dive into is let's start light. Well, you know what? I can't say light because this MGK versus Eminem, or Eminem versus MGK, however you want to put it, this right here is interesting. I heard Rap Devil. I don't know if you have, but you need to if you haven't. I heard Rap Devil. That boy spitting. You know, like, I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm an M fan. Sometimes I leave him out of my top 5, and then if you catch me on another day, he's in there. But you know M's a monster. But MGK went the fuck off. How? I didn't even know he could spit like that. Maybe I need to pay attention. Because I used to listen to him when he first came out. But then to me, he didn't have anything else that really had my... Maybe he did, but it wasn't out there. There's so many artists, and maybe that's my problem also, but there's so many artists, and it's like, no matter how dope you are, you gotta somehow make your shit different than other people and get your shit in the spotlight some way, somehow. You know what I mean? So maybe he did have some hot shit and it just didn't get to me, but... I did hear a few. Let's put it like this: I never heard a bad MGK verse. You know what I mean? Like the dude could spit. Like, the shit makes sense. The shit's dope. You know what I mean? Like, so I never heard a whack verse. But the way he came on this, and the way he came to the GOAT, and who they say is the GOAT, woo! I was watching Bazaar. He was like, boy, there's gonna be some repercussions. You know why? And because, listen, if I was him, that would be like, yo, that boy can spit, and I need to show this. I need to spank his ass. Pause. You know what I mean? Like, he need to learn. Like, you don't talk to me like that. Like, MGK did his thing. I can't say anything else other than that. But supposedly, I'm not even gonna sit here in front like I listen to Kamikaze. I've been having a little phone issue, so that's part of my reason why I have it. So I can't get to my title right now, nor can I get to my Apple. I don't know why I have both. I need to cancel one. Apple gotta go. So I didn't listen to Kamikaze. I've been reading the reviews. I heard that it was dope. Some of them, some people said they didn't care to hear M like this. I'm curious to know. Like, I'm gonna go in unbiased, but I'm curious to find out on my own, like, what it really sounds like. Is it really dope? And I could have came up here in front of it, like, yo, this is the dopest thing. But nah, I'm listen. I don't go with the wave, nigga. I go with my own, like, I go with my own vibe, nigga. I'm me. You know what I mean? So I listen to shit when I want to, and trust me, I'm gonna be listening to it when y'all way past something out and on to something else. So that's just how I work. But I'm always on point. I listen to a lot of shit though. Some way, somehow, we have a Joe Budden versus Eminem. And Joe said on his podcast, all M did was rap words for the last decade. Basically, he had no content. He is correct, but he is also he also has to admit that M put the best fucking words together, and he delivered it the best fucking way possible. So look, there's no and no disrespect to the newer artists, but there's no difference from what they did versus from what they're doing versus what M did. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, he did rap and put words together. He did it dope. He put it on a dope. He maybe not, and all M beats are not dope. So I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, he did it over a dope beat. No, he did it over his style type of beat. You know what I mean? And he killed it. He killed Eminem. So that persona, Eminem, nigga, he killed that persona, nigga. So listen, he is correct. He is correct. There's no content there. Is Joe a better rapper? You know what? I'm not gonna sit here in front. When Joe was on the scene, damn, I need some water or something to drink. I don't want to pause this or not, and I want to continue. But Joe Budden, I'm sounding like Envy now. Joe Budden, when he was out, I knew he can rap, right? The conversation was never like he's a top lyricist around with, not as far as he wasn't the top. I'm not gonna sit here in front like he wasn't a top lyricist, but everybody knew he could spit. I like if it makes sense. And it's crazy how now, when as I actually see his career go, his career progress, and I actually listen to his words and actually like and understand who this man is, his music sounds different to me. I actually want to listen to Joe Budden, and not saying that I didn't before, because trust me, Joe Budden is Joe Budden. Like, let's not front. Nigga can spit, but I know my brother's gonna hate it because he's like, I've been a Joe Budden fan, blah 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 blah. But now his music just sounds different to me now and now he is in that conversation of that nigga can spit, like he is a real top lyricist. You know what I mean? Like, and not saying y'all get it, man. I'm not gonna explain myself, but y'all get it. I listen to it different now, and he might have, he was better than M. He was better than, content wise, he was better than M. But still, with M putting words together, he was better than Joe. So that right there, like, hey, I gotta sum it. That's the best way I could just sum it up, man. But MGK, man, I gotta give you yours, man. I gotta give you yours, man. You did your thing. This Nicki and Cardi shit. You know what I'm tired of? Cardi. I'm tired of this bullshit right here. Y'all string us along for years or a year and some change, and about how y'all have no problem with each other, but yet we listen to the music, and all I hear is nothing but subs. I'm like, okay, yep, I hear that. And you know me, nigga, I'm looking for the bullshit. So I realized how in Motorsport, Nicki Minaj, if you listen to her last couple bars, notice how they rhyme with Cardi. So Cardi's name was somewhere in there, and it probably was taken out. But either way, you all, like, we could have started this beef a long time ago. You know what I mean? Like, we just could have started this beef a long time ago, get it out the way, Nicki would have wrapped it up. You know what I mean? Like, period. We could have did this a long time ago, but instead, you all try to string us along with the bullshit. So now, we get to this point where you're at the NY Fashion Week, and supposedly Cardi throws a shoe. I saw the video. She threw a shoe. Okay, cool. I didn't see any of that. Supposedly, Cardi B's her dress fell off. I didn't see any of that. All I heard was a bunch of noise, and I heard a bunch of yelling. It sounded like in a cafeteria, two people arguing, nigga. Like, it just sounded like that, nigga. Like, that's all I heard. I didn't see nobody swinging, but supposedly Cardi has a knot on her forehead. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. I'm just looking at this like, why now? You know what I mean? Like, okay, I did see that Nicki said, what did Cardi say? Cardi said Nicki said something about her kid. So asking a question of her motherhood or something like that. And I get it. That's one thing that would trigger people, like when you bring somebody's kids into the situation. So I do understand that, because I do have 3. And so I definitely do understand that. But you all been had problems. Let's not, maybe this is the point where she's just like, you know what, fuck that, gloves off. You know what I mean? Let's just fucking, let's brawl, nigga. Like, maybe that's where she's at, because she just tired of the everything, nigga. And now you just bring up the kid, and maybe that's what happened. But you all been had problems. Let's not act like, oh, you all, like the problems came from overtime. Nah. Nicki, I love you a lot, but I'm not hearing shit about your album. You have a great album. Well, I'm not gonna sit up here and say great, because, you know, I'm gonna say great, whatever, because I like to say great after I listen to it after like 2,000 times. You know what I mean? But you have a really, really, really good album, and we need to hear more about that. I'm not hearing anything. Like, everything is like you're in the news. Yes, y'all here in the blogs. Yes, your face is out there. Yes, but look at all the bullshit. For what? People, believe it or not, like, I don't think people are like, ooh, look at this. She's fighting. Let me listen to her music. I don't think people are, well, if that's how the world work now, nigga, let me go figure out some dumb shit for me to do, nigga. But not too dumb, nigga. Yo, Mary J and Faith. I don't believe it. But it was supposedly at a P. Diddy party in the Hamptons. I don't know. I don't understand it. Like at first, before it even came out, I put this on everything. Before it even came out, I did my research. I looked at Mary J. I thought of Mary J and Faith, and in my mind, I only thought of one person, P. Diddy. I'm like, what is the connection to them? Oh, they came up under P. Diddy. So, okay, cool. But why? Why would they be fighting? Maybe because that can't be about no old shit. Like, she's like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, I'm better than you better. Like, you know what I mean? It can't be no old shit like that. Because I know they were, back in the day, they were pinning all the R&B groups and female women against each other. So, yeah, but I don't understand it. Maybe I need to see some footage. Let me see the footage. You know what I mean? Let me see the footage. Because I definitely need to see that. And I need to understand why and what happened, nigga. I didn't really even want to speak about this, man. Let's call him Mr. Z, nigga. What the fuck? I could put a Mr. in front of it, nigga. Let's call him GZ. Nah, that sounds too close to my nigga GZ. Nah, I'm good. Let's call him Z. This nigga Z versus the Carters. I already said it at the beginning, but I'm tired of talking about this man. Killed X, let Zimmerman live. The streets are done. Like, just said his name again. This man is disrespectful. And the fact that he killed a black man, young black man, for nothing, and he's able to still prance around and talk down on our community and talk down on us and act like we're just clowns, and what he did was like a video game, like as if Trayvon could get his life back. as if he had 5 of them. He's laughing like that. Ooh, I beat him. Like, that's how I feel. Like, I feel like he's really prancing around like that. You know what I mean? And this man comes out and says, Jay-Z, a bitch, and his wife is a broke bitch. They'll find themselves in a 13-foot gator if I see him. That's how he said it. That's what he said, but he didn't say it in that order. But that's what it sounded like to me. That's how it sounded to me. And let's laugh at it. We can laugh at it all we want to, but look at who it's coming from. The fact that he's shitting on our culture, he's shitting on our people, he's shitting on our black people. You know what I mean? Broke bitch. Bitch. Jay-Z's a bitch. I ain't say it, he said it. Wife is a broke bitch. Well, we know they ain't broke, so, you know what I mean? We can laugh at that, but they'll find themselves on a 13-foot gator. Like, he think it's a joke. He think what he did was a joke. I'm disgusted by that, man. I don't even want to continue talking about him because it's making me feel some type of way, because the fact that he's really still talking. You supposed to do something like that and lay low. Disrespect us and lay low. That's what you're supposed to do. But instead, he's out here still talking. Still running his mouth to the blogs and to the people that want to listen to him. And then I got to see shit like that. I have to talk about this. And it's sad that I have to talk about this. Another man dying. Let's talk about that. Another man dying. Not because of natural causes. Not because of violence. But because of themselves. And that's where we have to start first. Everything it starts with us. We are our own enemy sometimes. Sometimes we're just all in our heads. And then we start feeling some type of way, and then nobody understands how we feel, and then we get real low. When you get real low, you want to result to things, and that's where some people result to drugs, some people result to they have other ways, they got bud, they write, they sing, they you know what I mean, they create. All that's fine and dandy, but then when you start bringing drugs into the situation and then you're already feeling down and feeling low, that's where things like this can happen. Nobody wants to die over no fucking drugs, bro. Nobody. Nope. Nobody wants to. It's just to mask up certain feelings, certain emotions. Sometimes you feel like you're better off dead for a few minutes. And not saying that that's right. Listen. I don't want to talk too heavy for you all, but if things are too heavy, then you all can, fast forward a little bit. But I gotta talk because I gotta say certain things, and I don't know who's listening. It may be able to help them. But I know when you feel low. You think nobody's on your side. You think all you have is you. Then you start thinking you're better off dead. But it's not true. That's all. That feeling only lasts for a few moments. Then you start realizing who you are. And maybe you need to take that 15 more minutes to think. You know what I mean? And realize, I'm more than who I think I am. You know what I mean? When you're closed up and with a sweater on, or with a shirt over your head, or with your head low, in a dark corner, in a dark room, you want to be lonely. You know what I mean? So you feel lonely. You know what I mean? So it's easy to feel, when you're alone, it's easy to feel lonely. Because you're putting, you know what I mean? Sometimes we put ourselves in that type of situation to feel lonely, to be alone. With that said, R.I.P. Mac Miller. I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm a big fan. I'm not going to do that. No. I've watched Mac Miller. I've listened to his interviews. I never watched his TV show, but I knew he had one. I think I actually did see like a commercial or something of it, and it did seem kind of cool. I just don't really sit down and watch. It has to be a reason for me to really sit down and watch and watch something. Ooh, so I'm so important, right? But yeah, I did watch a few videos. I listened to a few verses. I have to say I try to listen to them. Like, you know what I mean? And I have even put myself out there to try to even get open to his music. I downloaded his I bootlegged his mixtapes before, his albums before. It wasn't, listen, he can rap. He can rap his ass off. It's just not for me, in a sense. You know what I mean? Like, and it's not saying he sucks. It's just not for me. But he's good. But he's a big artist, and he means something to his fans, and he means something to hip hop. You know what I mean? And for them. You know what I mean? And he's big though, and we all know Mac Miller. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to disrespect that man at all. It's just I'm just not gonna sit up here in front, and that's just one thing I don't do. But R.I.P. to that man. You know what I mean? Like we have to pay attention to the signs. And sometimes if you don't understand someone, you may have to just say, fuck it. Let me try to get in their shoes. I don't have to be in their shoes, but let me put myself and imagine myself in their shoes. What would I need? And sometimes you got to be able to provide that to that person. And drugs have killed another man, another celebrity. And that makes me, and celebrity, and that makes me wonder, man, is that like, what's going on in the industry? I really want to understand this. Like I see it in movies, like when people, and I feel like the artists are really trying to tell us and show us, but drugs are claiming a lot of celebrities, and I don't think it has too much to do with partying too hard. I don't think it has too much to do with that. I don't really think there's you know what I mean? Like, I know it's more money, more problems, you know what I mean? But now it's like, do they not know how to handle those problems? And then they're resulting to drugs, and they're hoping that the people around them help them. Like, what's going on? There's something going on. And even in our community, man, we have to chill out with this, man. This is sad. This is sad. It really is. And damn me not being a fan. You know what I mean? Like, damn me not being a fan. It's not about that. It's about, I love this thing called hip hop. I've listened to Mac Miller. He is another 26-year-old. I was 26 a year ago. He was 26 years old. And he lost his life to drugs. And it sucks when anyone lose their lives to drugs, but when you're so fucking young. You know what I mean? Like, you got more, you don't know. Now we can't even question. Now we have nothing but questions what he could have been. He could have impressed me next year or later on this year. Could have became a fan. But R.I.P. to that man, you know what I mean? R.I.P. to him. Let me say something though. Ariana Grande, I hope I pronounced her name right. She had to disable her comments because people are saying it's your fault. You did this to him. And I'm so sick and tired of people blaming other people for people's decision. If people choose to do something, it's because they made that choice to do it. Did she play a role in it? No. Is she the reason? No. Now, nobody can... Now, I can't confirm this. No one may be able to confirm this, but maybe he was sad and didn't know how to deal with her, you know what I mean, moving on and so and you know what I mean, just continuing with her life and you know what I mean, maybe he missed what they had. So maybe and deep inside he felt that way. But that's not her. But either way, even if that's the case, that's not her fault. That's not her fault. So I please, people, stop pinning that on people. Stop pinning that on her. She did nothing. She did nothing. And I'm not speaking as if I know nothing. Trust and believe. I'm not speaking, and this is nothing to brag about, but it's not, you know what I mean? But I know what I'm speaking about. I know what I'm talking about, excuse me. Also, while we're on this, it's a little bit lighter. Did you all see the little situation with Bishop Charles Ellis? He got handsy with Ariana. You all need to stop the bullshit. You all, like, social media looks for every little thing. Like, we're in church. We know that's how they are. And it's not, and look, if you pay attention, look at his hands. Come on. He wasn't moving them around to be like, ooh, you know what I mean? Like, come on. It was so just like, he wasn't trying to grope her, but if anyone felt disrespected, I see that's why he just put out that apology, but apologize for what? Come on. Ariana wasn't offended. She's like, she's probably behind the scene like, oh my gosh, you know, social media, blah, blah, blah. But come on, start with the bullshit. Y'all looking for every little thing. You're looking for eye contact, and you're looking for, that's what the fuck you're supposed to do. When I meet you, I'm supposed to look you in your eye. Like, nigga, stop looking for everything. Yo, let's end on this. It's good that I can end on one of my favorites. And if not my favorite, Mr. Ye, Mr. West, Kanye and Lil Pump. First of all, when I saw that, I'm like, what the fuck is this? Because when I just saw it, I'm like, he worked with Lil Pump. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I don't sing Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang. Cause I like that shit. That shit's dope. But yeah, it was just weird. It was just kind of odd. But yo, I listened to the song. It's featuring Adele Givens. Well, all they did was probably sample her from her act, and then they asked her to do the video, and she just came there and mouthed it. You know what I mean? And then got paid to do that. But fuck it. But it's called I Love It. It's dope. It's when I say dope, right? I don't mean it's the hardest thing in the world, and it's something. It's creative. When something's creative and different, that's dope to me. That's dope. You know what I mean? And it was just different. It was Ye. It just reminds me of Ye. Honestly, he just doesn't have the teddy bear suit on. You know what I mean? Like the college teddy bear or whatever you want to call it. I'm glad to see Ye having fun. I'm glad to see him enjoying himself. You know what I mean? I'm really glad to see that. When I was watching the video, I like the way that he has like Donda on his shirt, and then he has the chain, and then how homie got his chain there. So I like that. But what the fuck was that? Maybe I'm off, or maybe I'm out of the mix or something. But what was that? Like, what were they trying to like? What are they portraying, or what? I don't get it. Okay, whatever. But it was fun though. I'm like I said, I'm glad to see Ye having fun. Yo, I want to say thank you to everybody that's listening to the my first episode. Hopefully I get the same response that I'm getting and way better responses on this episode. But either way, I don't care if it's one or two people. I think people look at these views and they take advantage of what a view really is. A view is a person. So even if I have one person that took the time out of their day to even check my joint out, I appreciate that. I have to get back to that, and we all have to get back to that. And my man Miles, I see him on the book, and he's really big on that. Even on Twitter too, underscore Miles Gone. And by the way, the song that was playing at the beginning of the show, that was Miles. All right, that song is called "Hate Me Now." Y'all can check it out. It's on this project, Miles Gone. Trust me, dude's an animal. He got a bang out there called Level Up. That's my joint. He has some dope material out here. Y'all need to check him out when y'all get a chance. Alright, man, and that's my show right there. Yo, thank you all. Episode 3 will be coming to you all. I hope you all subscribe and definitely tell people about me. The Deshawn Pryor Show. Yo, we only gonna get better. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, the night before had someone's girl undressing.